These 5 MBA essay mistakes are what cost strong applicants, real applicants, their admit. And I'm talking about people with great test scores, great jobs, strong recommendations, who still get denied from top programs because of what they do or don't do in their essays. And the hardest part is that most of them have no idea they're making these mistakes. If we haven't met, I'm Melody Jones, and I'm the founder and president of Vantage Point MBA Admissions Consulting. And my team and I have reviewed thousands of MBA essays over the years for applicants targeting schools like Harvard and Stanford and Wharton and INSEAD and more. And honestly, nothing breaks my heart more than getting an email from a rejected applicant asking for feedback and realizing they made one or more of these exact mistakes. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1, overdoing or underdoing context. The first mistake applicants make in their MBA essays is misjudging how much context to give when they're telling a story. And some applicants really overdo it. They spend half the word count explaining what their company does, their team structure, industry dynamics, who their clients are, the milestones they hit on their project so far, et cetera, et cetera. And by the time they get to the actual story, the meat and potatoes of it, the reader is tired or bored. And just as importantly, they end up underdeveloping other more important aspects of their essay in order to fit into the word count, which, let's face it, is always shorter than you'd like. But other applicants, they underdo it. They take their own baseline knowledge for granted and they drop the reader into the middle of a situation and then assume that person already understands their job or their project or whatever's relevant to the context. But they don't. Remember, your reader probably has never done your job. So the antidote here is simple. Put yourself in your reader's shoes and then give just enough context so your story makes sense, but no more and no less. Mistake number 2 is shallow learning and growth. No matter what schools you're applying to, at some point you'll encounter a question that asks you to discuss what you learned from an experience or how you grew from it. HBS's growth-oriented essay is a perfect example of that. And so the second mistake is not going deep enough on that learning and growth. Anyone can say, this experience taught me the importance of resilience. And that sounds nice, right? But it also means nothing. And it's a clear red flag that you didn't do the hard and often uncomfortable work of reflecting on the question. And what admissions really wants to see is, how did this experience change the way you think or how you act? Before this, what did you believe? And then after this, what do you believe now? What assumption did you lose? What blind spot did you discover? Strong essays show deep insight. But weak essays, they'll just label the experience with buzzwords. Mistake number 3 is not answering the actual question. Now, I know this may seem obvious to you, but based on my experience, this is one of the easiest mistakes to make, and that's not answering the question directly. This is when applicants write the essay they want to write and not the one that was asked. What matters most to you and why turns into a life story. Or HBS's leadership-focused essay turns into a resume rehash. Or CBS's career goals essay turns into an ode to why CBS. Creativity does not help you if you miss the prompt. And here's a simple tip. Underline the verbs in the question. Describe, reflect, share, co-create. That tells you exactly what the school is looking for in the essay. And just answer that, nothing else. Mistake number 4 is too little or too much I. Mistake number 4 involves the MBA essay's most important subject, which is I. But I often see applicants fall into 2 distinct camps. So some applicants barely use I at all. They think they're being humble, they think they're giving credit where it's due, and they write things like, we decided, the team implemented, our group achieved. And you disappear from your own story. Or other applicants, on the other hand, will use I constantly. I did this. I decided that. I fixed the problem. No credit to anyone else. And that also comes across as unrealistic and self-centered. So the right balance is this. Own your role, but also acknowledge others and show awareness. Because admissions committees want confidence, not ego, but not invisibility. And mistake number 5 is copying from ChatGPT. Mistake number 5 is new to this list, but man, did it ever come up over and over again this year. And I'm going to be very direct about this. And first of all, I'm not anti-AI, nor am I worried that AI can do my job, because it can't. Now, I do believe that AI can be a useful starting point in the essay writing process. It can help you brainstorm and it can help you organize. But please stop there, because the problem is applicants get hooked on the instant gratification, on the ease of it. And before they realize it, the damage has already been done and they have entire essays written by ChatGPT. And ethical issues aside, why is that a problem, you might wonder? Because the result is essays that all sound the same. Generic tone, predictable structure, no personality, no depth, no humanity. And I can usually tell within a paragraph, and so can the admissions committee. Applicants who get accepted will use AI the right way, and they know when to stop. If this video was helpful, make sure you like it below and subscribe to our channel, because this is where I share practical and honest advice about MBA admissions. And it's all designed to demystify the MBA application process for you. And if you're applying to the top MBA programs this year and you want personalized feedback on your strategy or your essays, I'd like to invite you to request a free initial consultation with me and the team at Vantage Point. You can use the link below in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.